Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf Edwards, and welcome to part 91 of the Abigail and Margaret Film School. Let us begin, shall we? So they wake up in the hotel room that they went to the first time that they were in the secret country. They were in their hotel room and they were waking up from a wonderful sleep. Abigail was waking up from a wonderful sleep. She wakes up her wife, obviously, Margaret, and together they wake up. It was time for them to wake up to eat some breakfast. So Abigail goes into the shower that was right next to the bedroom. She goes into the bathroom and she goes in and takes a shower after taking off her pajamas. After that, she goes in the shower and washes up. She washes up her body. After she does that, she then gets out of the shower and puts the bath robe on, the complimentary bath robe on, and she just walks around to the rest of the hotel bedroom. She walks to the hotel bedroom, or walks back to the hotel bedroom, and then she just sits down and she picks up the phone as her wife is clicking through the channels for something good to watch. And she calls room service and she asks them for some breakfast. After that, they were waiting. They were watching TV when all of a sudden they hear a knock at the door. So she gets up from the bed and obviously she's quite excited for breakfast, as anybody would be. And she opens the door. It is the new king of the secret country, obviously. He welcomes them back to the secret country, and he is so happy to see them for the very first time. So he says hi, and he decides to leave after he says hi, in order to make way for the room service to get there. So after he says hi to Abigail and Margaret, he leaves. And shortly thereafter, room service gets to their hotel room. And with a tray, he wheels it in, and after that, they are now eating breakfast together on the bed. They were eating breakfast on the bed, just hanging out, having a wonderful time together. After that, it was now time for, a little bit of a walk. So they get off the bed together, and they are now gone after they get dressed in their bathing suits, of course, that they had in their suitcases. They grab their suitcases, open up the suitcase, grab some bathing suits, and they put them on shortly thereafter. And after that, they're walking out the hotel room to go to the beach to hang out with each other some more at the beach. So they leave the hotel and they're walking out of the hotel. They walk out of the hotel, and after that, they were now outside. They find they find the beach and they are just enjoying themselves. They are just laying down on the sand, just having a wonderful time, just talking to each other, hanging out with each other, just enjoying each other's company in this lazy day. On lazy day. Anyway, anywho, they are just hanging out, just enjoying themselves, enjoying the sunshine. Everything is pretty much amazing at this point. And after that, they decide to take a nap. But the beach is not a good place to take a nap. So they get up from the sand, and they are now going to the going back to the hotel room. After that, they get there, and now they were sleeping. Well, they were about to sleep. They make it to the hotel room, and they take a shower. Well, Abigail takes a shower because she needs to get the sand off her body. So she takes her bathing suit off, and then after that she goes into the shower. She gets the sand off, and after that, which was very difficult. Anyway, she after that hops on the bed after she just decides to take a quick shower. She goes to bed. Well, she goes and takes a nap. Well, she takes a nap. After a couple of hours of her sleeping, it was now time for them to order room service because now it was time for lunch. So they pick up the phone once again and order room service once again for lunch. They ordered room service for lunch, and after that, they wait for them to get here, and then they just watching TV together after that. After all of that, they wait and they wait and they wait. He's a little bit late, she says to Margaret. She's getting a little bit frustrated, but she calms her down by saying that they are a little bit late. She then calms down. After a couple minutes of them waiting, it was now time for lunch. And then after that, they eat lunch. It was very delicious to them. And that was it. After they ate lunch, it was now time for them to just hang out and watch TV, which is exactly what they did. After a couple of hours of them doing that, it was now time. It was getting dark. And it was now time for dinner. So they leave the hotel room once again, or they get up from the bed, off the bed, and they leave the hotel room once again to find a fancy restaurant for them to eat dinner at. They find the restaurant. They give some cash. Well, they give the person at the restaurant cash so they can get in, and they take their seats. They find a seat. They find seats for them to sit in so they can begin eating dinner. They sit down. They, of course, just decides to enjoy them. They're talking. They look at the menu and they find something that they want to eat. And after that, they are now eating. After all of that, so after they ate, so after they get there, so as they were eating, I should say before, they were talking as they were eating, which is not what you should be ever doing in your life. And Abigail was choking. It took a little while, but she got it out. And she continued eating her dinner, but more careful this time. After that, it was now time for them to go back to the hotel room and go to bed, because they hung out at the beach. They ate breakfast, hung out at the beach, and they were just enjoying themselves. And now it was time for bed. You know what I mean? After that, they go back to the hotel room after they ate their dinner and open up the door, and they walk in. They were exhausted, and so they are now. So then they hop in the bed together. They hop in the bed together after they didn't even bother putting on their pajamas. They were that tired, actually. And so they got under the covers and went right to sleep. They went right to sleep after that. After a very wonderful day. And that was it. To be continued, everybody. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave me a like. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.